I'm recording, so.
We all need to
Leo
turn the key.
clearly is
Dane, are you
not.
go? Are you good to go?
Okay.
Gavin, are you good to go? Gavin?
Gavin!
I was muted.
Gavin!
Hi.
You're
You turned the
cursed!
key. Alright, we're back at it. You guys are traveling through the Underdark, heading to Mantle Dareth in order to meet up with a certain Gazrim Dulak, for he has a map to the Library of Graven Hollow, which should help you uncover the horrors that have been happening in the Underdark and possibly how to stop them. I think you guys let me pull it up exactly how far away you guys are from Mantle Dareth. You will have 25 days of travel to go. And I'll just say as you wake up and get the camp going and head off, is there anything you guys would like to do in particular?
Nothing I can think of. Check and make sure nobody's got the weird eye.
Yep. Do the normal eye checks and I don't know, just see how everyone's morale is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So far everyone seems to be okay. Healthy.
Good.
Alright. As you travel out, it seems to be an almost completely uneventful, monotonous day in the Underdark. You now have 24 days of travel to go. Again, throughout the encampment, is there anything you would like to do? Okay.
Yeah.
You get up, you head out. It's another monotonous day of travel. You encamp for the night. 23 days to go. You wake up once more. Is there anything you'd like to do? Okay. Moving forward. Another monotonous day of travel. Seeing nothing around you but stone. Stone. You're at a certain point, you and the rest of the camp are struggling to make any kind of entertainment as you just walk.
And does it seem like we're still going the right direction?
As much as it ever has in the Underdark.
Okay.
You just kind of trust certain highways and hope they don't change, and if they do, you just kind of, you know, pathfind your way around until you find something that leads you in nearly the right direction. This continues for 3 more days of just. So now 5 days now you've had of just monotonous stone that you've been traveling through. You're starting to see it kind of affect the rest of the camp. You all partially knew what to expect as you went down here.
Mm-hmm.
They maybe aren't as prepared as you all are. And then a certain problem happens as you're encamped on that 20th day.
Uh-oh.
You hear something of like an argument happening. And there you see a thug and a guard, the Lord's Lion's guard, kind of almost duking it out, but not quite. They're getting real close to that moment. And they're just shouting at each other. Now, Keyleth, you would know fights and shouts like this in the Underdark could lead to some problems. if not at least
Oh,
carefully maintained.
absolutely. Who's fighting?
I separated them. They're at the leg down here.
Seems
It's
to be.
Splinter Darkmourn and Salira Dalnor.
Since Keluth looks like he's possibly the closest to these two.
You're
The
all
ones
kind
up
of
front.
encamped together.
Mhm.
Oh, we're in camp right now. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought we had taken off. My bad.
You haven't heard what the argument's about, but people are kind of watching and sitting around, kind of letting it happen.
Keluth kind of gives a sharp whistle
You know,
and glares at the both of them.
they kind of eye you for a moment, kind of
Have a
disregard you.
disagreement as much as you want. But if either of you two are responsible for attracting predators, you'll be left behind.
Yeah, but this guy earns it. All right, I'm gonna flatten him. This is the thug speaking.
Earned what? Your own death?
Excuse me?
That's the only thing you'll be earning by raising your voice in such a way.
Nah. You don't understand.
I've
This
lived here
guy's
my
been eyeing me.
entire life, sir. I do
Yeah.
understand that petty arguments can be managed on a lower volume.
Do you want to roll an intimidation or a persuasion?
Maybe I do.
Okay. Yeah, they kind of
Unconvincing.
they almost kind of written you out of this whole argument. They go back to fighting, getting each other's faces. They're arguing about one of them's eyeing the other one. That apparently over the past couple days they've just been throwing gestures at each other throughout the travel. And now it's finally at a boiling point. They're
Rogi's
a
up.
moment away from just breaking out in violence.
Rogi's up with the scouts, isn't he? He's not with everyone,
No,
or is he?
you're back. This is at
We're
the end
all
of the day.
encamped.
You're all in camp.
Oh, this is not on the trail. Okay.
There's something you wanted to do?
I was seeing if I
I'm
had the
assuming
correct
that
thing
we
prepared.
took all of our stuff out of the box, right? That we kept everything in for the surface world.
Yes. I mean, you're wearing half of it. Like your armor and things like that.
Yep, just making sure.
Okay.
A thug, and what was the other one?
Guard.
Lord's Alliance Guard.
Lord's Lion's Guard. Okay. I will cast. Where is it? Oh, fuck.
Fool.
I will cast polymorph on the thug.
Oh. As you do, the Lord's Alliance laughs, and so do a few of the veterans and the Lord's Alliance spies. What are you turning him into?
I'm turning him into a snapping turtle, specifically.
Okay.
I was
A
expecting
giant
this one.
snapping turtle.
Okay.
Because I still want him to look like a threat, but I want him to be very slow moving.
Everyone still kind of laughs as the Lord's Alliance Guard just kind of backs away from its slow advance. And a lot of the thugs, though, seem very...
Everyone.
I'll say even with your passive insight, you have managed to piss off all of the thugs with this. Especially with the kind of weird humiliation.
I will, as the Lord's Alliance guards laugh, cast polymorph on the Lord's Alliance person.
Okay, you're turning him into the same thing?
I'm turning him into a giant scorpion.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But at this
Actually,
point...
sorry, a fire beetle actually would be better. I want
Okay.
two things that don't make any noise.
I mean, scorpions don't make that much noise.
Yeah.
But, alright. At this point, you can almost see the confusion in their brains as they just kind of, as a giant snapping turtle and a giant fire beetle then kind of charge each other and just start bashing away.
We
Everyone
can
else is now.
watch the silent fight, but we need to be quiet. And Rogi will just walk up and just watch them.
Okay.
Frankie will walk up next to Rogi and go, I got 10 gold on the snapping turtle.
I do not care for money. Find someone else to take bets.
Frankie's gonna start like waving his hand for people to place bets with him.
It takes a moment out of the shock of the situation, but surprisingly, some people do end up coming up and taking the bet. Weirdly enough. Alright, how should I determine who's gonna win this? Let's do a
Um,
50-50?
Both roll or 2 rounds of best of 5 who rolls higher.
Okay. Does someone want to roll for the thug and someone want to roll for the...
I'll roll for the snapping turtle.
Alright, who wants to roll for the giant fire beetle?
I can roll that.
We're just gonna roll d20s. We're gonna do some
Alright.
rollies.
Rollies! You let us know when to go.
Yeah, just go ahead. First round. Okay,
Goes to the snapping turtle.
Snapping turtle seems to bash it with its head and trying to bite its carapace. Roll again. Ah, the fire beetle. Quick, dodges out of the way, comes at it. Roll again.
Oh, it's a
Ooh.
tie.
Wow.
Wow, roll again. Just headlocked at this point.
Ah, got him.
Alright,
Oh,
there we go.
2 to 1.
Yep.
Yep.
The solid strike from the snapping turtle. It seemed to like grab and crush the carapace. The fire beetle then turns back into Splinter Darkmoor, but he's in the clutches of this giant snapping turtle.
I'll drop the spell.
They both kind of collapse on the ground.
Do you feel better? Is your childish game done?
Splinter Darkmoor's like, what the hell is that? Delira's like, nah, I guess. That was weird.
Good. Now, don't do it again.
Okay. With that, they kind of,
Frankie will take his 10 gold that he won.
yep.
Give each of the fighters 5 gold. Actually, no, each of the fighters 4 gold. He'll take 2 for himself.
Okay.
And he'll say, here's 4 gold each to shut the hell up. And he'll just drop it at their feet and walk away.
All right. With that, tension seemed to be a little high, but all in all,
I ain't dying because of no thugs.
all in all, it seems resolved. I assume Gundra, Thodane, and Keeler is watching as well.
Yeah. Are they like just bored? Like, I don't get it.
I mean, yeah, could be just boredom.
Disagreements happen all the time in large parties like this. Usually they're handled with more tact in drow circles, though.
They just poison each other and laugh about
Exactly, more tact and responsibility.
it. Poisoned his drink last night. Watch him shit himself to death.
No. That way of death causes too much smell.
Okay.
There's too many things attracted to decay down here.
Well, that's true. But with that, you head out again.
Sorry.
Gundra casts.
Gundra disappears!
Gundra's gone. No one can
Runs
find
away
him for
for
up
1
to a
minute.
whole minute. But with this, I'll say 2 more days pass with no real issue.
For these 2 days to continue to ease tensions, Rogi will give his chef's meals that he creates every morning to the 2 people who were mad.
Okay. They're unsure how to accept this. It feels a
Good.
little bit mocking, but it's too good to pass up. Better than rationed food. It's just monotonous, and you're starting to see like other people are getting into small fights, and they're keeping it low now. but tensions among all the groups are starting to really flare up. Just probably from the monotony of it. You're on the 18th day, you're finally encamped. Is there anything you want to do? Okay.
I want to find out.
Nope.
Were they just fighting over just random disagreements?
It seemed like it just started off with like one guy maybe flipping off the other.
Okay, and it
It
just
just
escalated from there.
escalated over a couple of days. At least nothing crazy. But you get up, you head out on the 18th day, and the scouting party ahead, you do see something strange for once. Gavin, or Rogi, and your Emerald Enclave scouts, keeping a low profile and climbing along walls and ceilings, you see a lone Duragar standing over some kind of corpse, but he's like rifling through the pockets and he's like carefully counting something.
I stop everyone.
Not another Rogi.
What is this Dwargar wearing? Like,
It looks like armor of some kind, but like battered and broken. And he is alone, from what you can tell.
as someone from Gorakelstu, do I recognize anything about him? Does he have any noble house, Dwargar regalia?
Not that
Does he
you,
have anything of station?
not that you can see.
Okay.
And you do know, like, maybe he isn't the only Duragar.
hmm I I will cast Entangle on him.
Okay. Carefully sneaking up, you cast a Tangle, and he's immediately panicked and almost a
And
manic.
then
He's wrapped up.
I will say in Undercommon, "Who are you? What are you doing?"
Ah, he's looking around, and then he finally sees you. Back away. It's mine.
What is yours?
This is mine. He's like gesturing to the body.
Did you kill it yourself?
Who are you?
Answer my question first. I asked.
Unhand me. Please off me.
Not until you answer my question. I think I am the one who can make the decisions here, not you.
Stupid Castlebrook. This, his coins are mine.
Who is he? Why are
Don't
you here?
know.
Why are you so far away from your home?
That's none of your concern or business. Unhand.
Do you want to die? Or do you want to tell me what you're doing here?
Get off me, and I'll tell you.
No, I kill you now while you're entangled in my little web. Or you tell me what you're doing
Make
and
it.
convince me not to kill you. Intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
This is mixed. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's just kind of eyeing you, and then he's looking intently at like the smattering of coins on the ground.
I imagine one of the other scouts who I assume is still hiding, like knocks a bolt in their crossbow and just kind of like looks and waits
Oh, yeah,
for a
they're-
signal.
Yeah, they're waiting.
I gave the motion for all of them to train their crossbows on him. And I'll ride up next to him.
Okay, as you get closer, he's starting to struggle more.
Mm-hmm. Do I see anything else as I get closer on the body? Like, is it just gold coins? What
It
body
seems
is
to be
he?
it seems to be like a like another Duragar, but there's just a smattering of like silver coins.
Okay. Uh,
It's really not even an amount worth killing over.
I will. I'll go ahead and cast Detect Magic as well while I'm at it.
Okay.
I want to see if there's anything magical on him, any magical effects in the area, any magic
None.
items on this corpse.
None that you can detect. No.
Okay. In Undercommon, I will continue to say. So what you do not see is that there is more than just me here. And either you tell me what is going on and why you want these silver coins so badly, or I will have one of them shoot you.
Well,
I will let
I
you have
want,
your coins if you give me a good reason.
look, I want them because they're mine.
And you killed someone over silver coins.
Yes, because they are mine. They are my silver coin.
I'll look at one of the coins on the ground. Is there anything significantly different about it than a normal silver coin?
No. Classic
Okay.
Duragar minted silver coins.
And does anything seem off about this guy? Like, as I'm talking to him,
Roll an insight check.
I mean, you've been talking to him.
You have been.
19.
I mean, yeah, he seems weirdly intent on these coins. Like, more than any normal person, for sure.
In... Oh, do I use one of my... Do I know anything about if lesser restoration can temporarily stop madness or anything?
I don't know. I don't know if you know anything about that.
Okay. I'll look around then and see if he's truly alone or if there's anyone else with him before I do anything
You
else.
feel like you would have been attacked probably by now if there were other Duragar, but you don't
Mhm.
see anybody.
This is just fucking weird. So all you want is these coins, that is it.
Yeah,
And then what will you do? Where will you go?
I don't know, somewhere. What's it to you?
Well, did you know what is in the tunnels around here?
Not much.
Not much. But demons?
Yeah, it's the Underdark.
No, there's a lot more than normal. I have been wandering here for
Sure.
months and found many more.
That's nice.
Have
Good
you
for you.
seen any demons in the area?
Occasionally, yeah.
Have they infected you?
Infected me. What
Have they made you go mad?
the hell are you talking about?
Demons making you go mad. I am being very, very straightforward with you.
I think you're the one who's mad.
All right. Oh. The entangle doesn't really necessarily go away because I can't really. Oh, I can't concentrate on it. So I'll let the entangle drop.
Okay.
And I'll watch him very, very carefully.
He's watching you very, very carefully now, and he's picking up each individual coin, and then he's kind of rifling through the pockets of this guy to grab a few more. He puts them away in a little coin purse. I can go?
You can go.
He just kind of backs up quite a ways before running off into a side tunnel.
All right. Fucking weird. I'll tell one of the scouts. Um, before we continue forward, go back and tell the others what happened. At least just tell Gundra, Keeluth, and Frankie.
Okay, who are you sending out to do this?
I will send good old Brim. Brim Coppervein can go back and do it.
All right, good old Lieutenant Grim Coppervein.
I wonder how Thodane will feel about being left out of this circle. So sad.
So sad.
Yep.
It takes a few, like maybe 15, 20 minutes, but Brim Copperfield reaches the group and he goes down and tells Frank to avoid, to let the group keep moving. Brim, riding on the lizard, just kind of hits the ceiling and kind of yells down to Frankie, the news, then goes down and yells to Q, Gundra, and Thodane. So you all have the information of what happened.
Concerning.
He's still alive?
I will make a purple mushroom in the area for weird shit that happened as well, just so that everyone knows.
Write that down on our list of roguey signs.
Mhm.
Purple means weird shit happened.
Very important.
These signs might become very important in the future. But yeah, apparently Rogi had let this weird Duragar man live. He's wandering around the tunnel somewhere close by.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Worst case, he tries to attack us and we shoot him with 1,000 arrows.
Blot out the sun. The rest of the day kind of goes by just fine. But you're really noticing there is no, Duragar encampment along this trail. No signs of people passing through, especially for Rogi, who's kind of eyeing it all up. It's just these two guys just happen to be out here for whatever reason. You kind of gather and encamp for the night.
With
I hate that.
with the inclusion of there is somebody affected by the demon's madness running around, I am going to start casting hallucinatory terrain. I'm just going to create. I think it'll vary, either stone or structures that just kind of seal us in somewhere, or mushroom forest and just give really dense foliage. Notably, anybody who touches any of it will immediately recognize that it's not real. This is a very easy illusion to look past, but at the very least, it obscures line of vision until deeply inspected.
Okay. No, that's very smart. How long does it last for?
24 hours. I need to check
Okay.
and see if it's concentration. I don't actually know if it is.
Okay. I have to pee real quick, but you guys can discuss the weird shit.
It is not concentration. So a 150-foot cube. Basically hallucinatory terrain cannot make something unappear, but it can cover it up. So its main purpose is to obscure and confuse those who are looking for things. One of the main examples it gives is that you can cover up a pit with it. This way I'm just kind of creating stone walls and foliage to kind of cover our path. And it should be enough to just make it very easy for us to feel safer. And I think as a little bit of an extra thing, everything interior facing is a little exaggerated in its beauty. Everything our guys see is glow mushrooms, little things like that. The few elements of beautiful fauna and flora, I guess not fauna, the few elements of beautiful flora that can exist in the Underdark just suddenly appears. And if they try to touch it, they'll be like, oh, this is fake, and they'll just see through the entire illusion immediately. But it's just a nice little hat to put on everything.
I like the accents you put on it. Very pretty.
This is surprisingly nice, Gundra. I didn't realize you were perfecting your craft so much up in the surface.
I'm honestly a little disappointed with it. I only know 2 different mushrooms of this variety. I know there's...
I can tell you about all the others if you want to.
Telling is wonderful, but I need... Visuals help a lot more with crafting this sort of thing. You could say, it's like that one, but longer and blue, and I would create it, and I would create something that looks like that, but longer and blue. And it would look unnatural, if that makes sense. I need to see how it hangs. I need to see how it sets itself into the stone.
Oh, well then I can show you this.
Hmm?
And
Rogi,
Rogi
what
will
other colors
spend...
have you signaled to us for mushrooms?
Oh, there is the spotted green and black one for demons.
Mm-hmm.
Which one's the spots, the green or the black?
Green.
Are you guys solidifying your mushroom system?
A little bit. Also, Daniel, I'm
Yeah.
making sure that everything interior facing in our
Mhm.
covered up little hidey hole is a little bit more beautiful. Gundra
Oh.
knows of a few bioluminescent mushrooms, other little
You
bits
know
of...
a lot of them from especially from your trip to Neverlight Grove.
That's true. I guess he does know more.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, you do.
he
You
kind
know
of
more
thought
than the average person.
kind of thought I never like Grove was ugly, and he wants this to be only the pretty mushrooms. Which, granted,
Oh.
that does narrow it down a lot.
I mean, I think I described Neverlight Grove as being fairly beautiful in its own way.
In any
Eerily,
case,
eerily silent.
we're reviewing mushrooms both for the system and additionally so Gundra can make a more realistic thing that puts people at least at ease.
Okay.
Oh, it's 150 foot cube, by the way, so
Yeah.
huge
It's
swath of area.
Yeah, I figured it was.
I don't even think he can see the edges of it, but he does internally shape things that the farther it gets away from the center, the more the mushroom just kind of becomes smaller and smaller and naturally graduate out, as if this is just like a little mushroom pocket. And then
Okay.
there's the stone walls that aren't real.
Yeah, it takes a moment for everyone to kind of get used to it, but very quickly they kind of lean into it, so to speak. They kind of start to enjoy the atmosphere.
Don't literally lean into it, you'll fall through.
No, they're not doing that. You've warned them appropriately. Although a few of them do like try to touch the mushrooms and pick them, only to find like, oh yeah, that's right, they're not real.
Yeah, they like these people like almost instantly are able to what's the exact wording? So creatures entering the illusion are likely to see through the illusion. They see through it. Not literally, I don't think, but like they understand it's fake immediately.
Yeah.
They're just being shown funny pictures.
Okay. No, I like it. I also like where you're putting the mushroom signs, Gavin. On the underline there.
I'm not putting them there.
Oh, who's putting them there? Who's doing that?
That's me.
It's you, of course.
Do we need any more signs? These 3 are most of whatever happens in the Underdark, so I figured this mostly covers it.
How about white for
You had a
glee
blue one for something.
or retreat? What was the blue for?
I don't remember.
What's that?
I think it was something was weird. Or you had a blue sign for something.
Wasn't
I also
water,
remember-
was it?
No, it wasn't water. Can't remember now.
We also have one that's stop here for camp, but I think that's like it's mostly just so they can hide while they wait for us, I think.
No, and a lot of times it'll be just that the forward scout group stops, and then you reach them, and then encampment starts.
Did you say the white should be for? What do you want this one to indicate? Bergie Druid crafts a white cat mushroom.
So this could not be. This could like be a very useless thing considering it's the Underdark and you barely see anybody outside of a civilization. We could use one for individual that seems friendly.
Potential ally.
Not even
That
potential
seems-
ally, just there's a person coming up and you'll meet him. I don't think he's a problem.
Non-enemy or non.
Not a threat.
That will be the blue one.
Okay.
That will
Okay.
glow slightly too.
Wow.
Glowing mushrooms in the Underdark? Crazy.
This is unrelated, but I think if anybody like really gets into it, any cluster of mushrooms, they can see the more they look into it, like the bodies of it are more connected as if it's like a single sheet of polygons because
Oh,
it's
okay.
hard to create individual stocks mentally. It's easy to
Right.
just see the body of a thing.
Okay. Sure. That's how you want to do it.
So
I like
The
how you're making all the
Dwergar.
mushrooms look different.
that we saw today was very strange. I do not know if Brim told you, but he was very obsessed with a few silver coins and had killed the body that you saw over that, and seemingly just that. I tried to find magic, and there was nothing magical about any of it. I assume he was mad from demons, but I am thinking of trying to do a kind of meld that I learned and try to ask more about what happened. Because it just seems so strange. We had not seen anyone in so long.
From
Is this weird to any of you, or am I
it's
fixating on it?
it's strange insofar that it is not something you would expect to find out here, but at the same time, given what we know, an absurd greed doesn't strike me as something that wouldn't just be a demonic madness.
Indeed.
I think we don't have to worry about that individual. Whatever caused that in him, maybe a bit more. The worst he can do is try to steal things from us, and we have gestures that entire legion we have.
Yeah.
It will be very easy to kill him.
Indeed. I do not know. There is still something that was just strange about it to me. I am worried that I am trying to make sure that it is not a omen or precursor to something.
It feels a bit innocuous for an omen. Or at least what little I know about them. They're... What's the word I want? If this man was an omen, I feel you would not be questioning it right now. I think it is a warning, in so much as a stream
There
of
are
water
demons.
implies a future cave flooded. But omen, it is not a portent of doom. It is the natural erosion of the madness that it's like a plague. When a plague happens, large areas have many more sick people than normal. The outside surrounding areas are filled with those who have caught the infection and don't realize it yet, running around trying to do anything but be around the sick people. There are also those who are successfully fleeing, who have not caught it and are attempting to just survive through by avoiding the mass in which the plague is. What you saw was a small piece of Gracklestug, or any other place that has been already touched by this madness. Just happen
So
to.
you think that I am overthinking this?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Alright, well then good night.
I am glad that that is resolved. I thought there would
Thank
be more
you.
pushback than this.
No.
Okay, fine.
I have a good sense of things. You have a good head. If your head can make my sense of things feel better, then all is fine. You did that.
Frankie, what do you do typically when you're all camping out?
Uh, either try and gamble with anyone who's around him, or I guess observe people, not in a spying way, but kind of in a spying way.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll insight with advantage for me. Okay. You're keeping an eye out, and you're you're getting the general vibe of everything as you kind of gamble, chat, things like that. All right. With that, is everything good? Move on to the next day. You are seven. Oh, actually, I believe you are 16 days away from Mantle Dareth as you
Damn.
start up. Yeah, I mean, you had like a large stint of almost a 10-day of doing fuck all.
Do we want to create a base? Anybody?
Not yet.
We're like halfway there.
I mean, yeah, you are almost halfway there. It was like 30 something days to get there. You're 16 now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I guess we're over halfway now.
Mm-hmm.
I figured the base is going to be for when we figure out whatever happens after Mantle Dareth.
I believe I gave you the handout for Underdark Outpost. Yes, I did. All right.
I mean, unless we expect Mantle Dareth to go real poorly, which it might.
It's more
It
so
seems
about.
like the kind of a place that would attract demons, if for no other reason than to just rampage a place that was previously thought stable.
It's more about having a solid connection point to a place we know we have resources. Mantle Dareth, well, its own. They're not the ones supplying us.
Yeah, if you were to get supplies or reinforcements or even to send a message back to Gauntlegrim, you're more than a 10 days out, so you really would have to rely on magic for all that kind of stuff. An outpost at
And
least helps in
the
creating a
Feyres is not going to let that happen, alright? Where's that outpost sheet?
Chapter 10.
I did
Underdark
state if you
Outpost.
wanted to teleport, as long as you're not suffused in phase res, I don't mind that you guys teleport to places you've been. Because you at least know
Oof.
that they don't have phase res in it.
What a blessing.
Yeah, no, I did that on purpose because there's so much travel.
The one of the golden rules of the Underdark is there is no teleportation outside
Yeah.
the Underdark.
Yeah, we'll just say shit's crazier because like doesn't work the same way just
Oh,
because
I'm willing to take this mercy, good sir.
Yeah.
If you feel like granting it.
it's just a lot of travel and not always the best when you can just teleport. Granted, you're even if you use the teleport spell, you're not gonna get everybody. But teleport
It's
but
fine.
it's
Can
the
leave
best
all the
option.
thugs behind.
Yeah. At the very
Mhm.
least, you know there's not like phase res all over, Grackle Stew and You know, like maybe a Neverlight or Sloop Blue Dop or even Velkenvale.
Alright. I think we should find a small cave.
Okay.
Easy enough to do. You just want to spend some time creating an outpost then?
150 hours divided by however many.
You guys do that. I'm not doing that math.
Let me get my calculator.
How many people do we include in the divided between people?
Yeah, is that like NPCs or is it specifically us?
It can be NPCs.
Okay.
I don't want any of the thugs involved in building it in this outpost. I don't want them doing shady crap.
Granted, you have to leave people behind and some supplies.
Yeah,
to
all the
guard it.
thugs are coming with us. Let's keep the scouts with us.
You can pick and choose between the whole group. Like, you could pick like a scout, a spy,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah, I
a
know.
thug.
No, I'm not leaving any of the thugs behind. Not because I want them, but because I specifically want them to be exposed to as much danger as possible.
Oh, okay.
It's the Tarn thugs. So I'm gonna be honest, the Lord's Alliance guards kind of feel like dead weight.
They feel, I would say that they at the very least feel like very perfect. Stay here and protect this place, dudes.
They feel like fodder. So unless we want,
It says multiple characters can combine their efforts to reduce the time. I don't know. I guess that can include NPCs. Let's see why not.
Are NPCs characters? That's the question.
Non-player characters.
Hmm.
In their name. I don't see why they couldn't work on it as well as the thing.
Open up chapter 10, see what it says.
you're not gonna get anything on the outpost until chapter 15. I don't even know if there is a chapter 15. There probably is. But that just seems like how this book is structured.
Oh, you're talking about the Out of the Abyss book. He's actually talking about the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Oh.
No, I
but
meant.
yes, you are correct.
I
That is how this book
I
is
meant
structured.
I meant Out of the Abyss. That's where the Underdark Outpost thing is labeled.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I just thought you were looking into the thing. But you are correct. This is how this book is structured. It does not tell you anything until chapters and chapters later, and then it acts as if you've read it previously.
Yeah, read the whole book through, forehead.
And then it
Memorize
tells you
everything
things.
before
It's like,
studying
yeah, you
chapter
should
1,
know this
forehead.
information by now. And you're like, how? From chapter 6. You read the chapter 6. There's nothing in here about this. Goddamn gaslighting book.
Alright, so
150. Are we doing characters or like PCs or NPCs or both?
I don't see why the NPCs can't be involved.
5,
It seems a bit broken,
10,
Dane.
minus the thugs, we have 16 people. 16 NPCs, I should say.
16.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
with us,
So that's about
it's
9 hours each. So we could, if we put everybody towards it, or is that just?
Wait, you said
NPCs?
16, 17, 18, 19,
That's a
20,
penis, Dane.
21? 21 of us then?
That'd be 7 hours.
Yep. So we can get this whole thing done in 7 hours.
Alright, I'll just say, yeah, you spend a whole day creating this whole Underdark outpost.
Which kind do we get?
Kilu said a small cave, but it's
Yeah.
a group decision.
I think a small cave.
Oh.
I feels for what Daniel's been describing so far, I think we mostly have small cave and maybe one of the cliffside ones, but I think small cave is probably something they're more
You could also
comfortable
do, like,
with.
a walled compound as well.
Mm-hmm.
I like the hard to reach ledge idea, but I don't think anyone else does.
Group decision.
And that's okay.
Are any of the Alliance guards non-human?
I think they're all
Specifically,
dwarf.
They look to be all dwarves.
Yeah, I
all
looked
dwarves?
I looked at the messages and Daniel. It's specifically dwarves from Mirabar.
Are there? So the Emerald Enclave and the Lord's Alliance guards are all dwarves. Is there anyone
Yeah.
in our party that isn't a dwarf?
A fair amount of the thugs and the veteran guard, or the veterans of the gauntlet. I think some of the spies are not dwarves too.
They're from the Lord's Alliance, but I don't remember if it says they're dwarves.
Oak Shadow is a dwarf, but I think Javier and Killmander
3
are
human
not.
spies from the Alliance city of Yatar. So that's actually the spies are all human actually.
Oh, okay. So we'll say you guys are. We'll say 16 days outside of Mantle Dareth, you have a small cave. Shit, that's...
Do you spell mantle there?
1 second. Got it. Trying to write this down in this area. Yeah, I have to do this. This doesn't need to be. I think I have the map right. I believe you are west of Mantle Dareth currently.
That makes sense.
Okay. It is one of your outposts. Alright. You now have an outpost. Who are you leaving behind?
Maybe most of the maybe all of the guards and like 3 other people.
All of the guards and 3 other people? You have 5 guards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, how much do we think we need? It's a 20-foot space, right?
5 is fine. Yeah, 20-foot space.
Okay, do we want to have like a clear leader position or?
So basically at most it can hold 4 people. Right?
Really?
No, that's not right.
Hold 60, like space,
Yeah, that's all right.
fighting space wise, it can
Yeah,
hold 16.
No, I'm sorry. I was being dumb. But yeah, how many do you want to have set behind?
Do we want to leave behind one of the veterans, just as like a head of this place, and also somebody with a little bit more fighting force? Do we want to leave behind a a bandit leader from Skyrim?
Up to you guys. All your decisions here.
They could make Cousin Vinny in charge. Since he reports to me.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the lady. Okay, yeah, and keep him out of harm's way, theoretically.
That's not true.
He works for
Not true at
them.
all.
He works for them.
Cousin Vinny's coming with us. He's the only thug that's going to make it out alive. And then he's going to have a choice. You or the lady.
Well, we know these guys are staying, so I'm just going to put them over here.
Granted, if you want to make more outposts in the future,
a manual list.
We'll see
up
if we
here.
can get reinforcements after that.
Okay.
Well, I can't shrink their tokens. Boo.
I can.
Just gonna line them up around here.
One of them just disappeared somewhere. Oh, you put him over there.
She's stealing them.
I love how much of a mess this fucking landing page has become, and at this point, I'm not stopping it.
Good.
All right. I think
Alright,
that's
you just-
good. We have 5 guys there. They'll kick the shit out of anybody as best they can. Actually, just like a quick thing before we leave. Hey, if something big comes along, it might be worth just pretending this place is abandoned for a few hours.
Okay.
Points at like not poorly made, probably well made mushroom stock wall.
Alright. Just made of zircwood and things like that.
A demon can destroy that if you tempt it. They won't if they don't think it's worth it. Just keep that in mind.
What a bold-faced lie.
That's not a bold-faced lie. Demons are creatures, as far as I understand them, are creatures of impulse. So if they see an empty box, they're gonna be like, "Who gives a shit about that?" See an empty box that moved a little bit, they're gonna be like, "Time to fucking destroy that."
What if their impulse is just to destroy? Period.
Then they have to notice the box.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You spend an entire day setting up this camp, leaving behind a good deal of supplies for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll try to do their best to also gather other foods too,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just relying on the rations you left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. With that, you are now on another day. You can start with Ernest to make your way forward to Mantle Dareth again. So anything else you want to discuss before you head out for the day?
I think we're good.
Okay. And with that, you move. Frankie, throughout the travel and the work, you have been kind of noticing something strange amongst all the men.
Yeah.
Uh, one of the veteran guards seems to be taking to the alcohol reserves a little too hard. Like occasionally, like you have a few barrels to kind of like raise morale whenever it's at the end of the day and shit's gone hard. But it seemed like what's the name here? Stylerin Havnor has been hitting it really hard. He's got a flask that he just keeps drinking out of as he goes through, stumbling around. You've been noticing it for a little while now, but now it's starting to become a real problem.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna go to Rogi.
Okay. We'll say, like, you finished your whole day of travel, you guys in camp again. You are
Yeah,
15 days
this will
outside
be
of...
at camp.
Oh, okay, at the start of camp. Okay, got it. Okay.
Like the moment I see Rogi, once we arrive where they set up,
Okay.
I'll walk over to him and be like,
Hmm?
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I might need you to use your mushrooms if you got any that will work.
I have so many. What do you need them to do?
Let's just say there's a guy who I'm looking out for his health.
Uh-huh.
He's not doing too well with the drink. You know what I mean?
No.
I was wondering, do you
like-
have something I could put in a drink to make him not like it anymore?
Ooh. Ooh.
You know what I'm getting at?
Wait. I'm pretty sure I know what you're getting at. But just to make sure I have it right, you don't want to kill him,
I
right?
don't want to kill him. I don't want
Okay.
to poison him. I just want to indirectly make him quit without
The
telling him
chunks
to
of
his
ripple
face.
bark in his crap. There's some blue cap.
Poison him.
Rogi looks at one of the mushrooms as he opens his bag that he always has prepared and thinks about the contagion spell.
I like to think that
But puts it away.
it's more than just preparation. You also like to cultivate mushrooms in your bag now.
Oh yes, completely. That's how I choose my spells every day.
What mushrooms are right?
Yes. Which mushrooms grew overnight? Those are my
Oh,
spells.
these ones, because
You're
that's
gonna
what I'm
cast the
casting.
contagion
No.
spell on him.
No.
He thinks about
Not
it.
gonna do overkill. But I do
Okay.
think about it.
I mean, you can
Um,
pick your disease and go for it.
So, let's see. There is nothing that I have today necessarily that would make it taste really bad. But I will have more things that I could do tomorrow morning.
Dan,
We could put a giant insect in his cup. It could really scare him from not wanting to do it anymore.
well, see, the situation is like I don't want to just make him get a different batch or a new fresh cup. Have you ever had a food that you really liked, and then one time it tasted really bad or something wasn't right about it, and you can't bring yourself to have it again?
Mm,
Let me tell you about my wife's cooking, I crack myself up. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this guy never want to drink again
Okay.
without actually injuring him.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes, the best thing I would have for that would be to actually poison him, because then there would be that, anytime he tasted what he's drinking, he would remember that.
Listen, I'm not saying we shouldn't poison him, but is there a poison that is like very survivable?
See.
That just kind of makes him feel ill for a little bit and then he's fine. I want to solve this with as little intervention as possible.
So we could do a few things to him. We could give him the blinding sickness, so we just make him blind. Actually, wait. What if we do this? What if we put something in his drink that will make him go blind temporarily?
Mm-hmm. I think that could work.
Let's try that. We will do that, and then if he
Does
still
this
continues
take a
to
day
do
to
it,
make?
no, I could do this today.
Okay, can you get me a mushroom enough to make him feel the effects, and can you ground it up into like a little tea bag?
Dan, will you allow this to happen?
What exactly are you trying to do?
Cast blindness, deafness, but essentially delay it so that it happens when he drinks the beer.
I
the
don't know
alcohol.
about that. That's a bit much. You could
Okay.
be there to cast it when you see him drink.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll say, so the only way that this works is if I am very close to the mushroom when it happens. The mushrooms lose their potency when they are not around me. but I will be invisible.
Can you do it to a ground up mushroom?
I can.
And how long after you cast it will it take effect? Or can it be
Immediately.
effective?
And it will last for a minute. This one will.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. And I'll point out the guy who's doing the thing. That's our target right there. I'm going to get around the drinks for the whole squad over there. Tell them they're all doing a great job. And I'm going to pass them all a cup of some of the drink. And when I do, when I get the alcohol, I'm going to put the mushroom in one of the cups. And the moment I start walking over there, I want you to cast it on that powder.
Okay, I can do this. Rogi will use his racial invisibility
Okay, you got it.
and try to get into a position where he's very well hidden from these people, but still within 30 feet of them.
I mean, easy enough. You're invisible.
Cool.
Is this guy in a group of people or sleeping or whatnot?
He's kind of sitting there chatting and talking to the rest of the veterans of the gauntlet. He's clearly like hands are shaking. He's consistently drinking more than everybody else. He's a good he's thoroughly drunk.
So Frankie's gonna go over to the rations wagon, whatever that is, and grab an amount of drink for everyone.
Okay.
In that little group.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll do it professionally, like the tavern owner he is.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Hold on, I gotta think. I'm not sure I want him to be immediately blinded by the drink.
Rogi just waits on your signal.
It'll be a pat on the back of the guy. Is
All
what
right.
it'll be.
Okay. So you go up to him, you start handing him drinks. You say anything in the meantime?
I'll walk over to the group and say, "Hey, how's it going, guys?
They're just kind of like, nah, yeah, it's fine.
You guys finding something to do down here?"
They all kind of look at each other, and a good portion of their eyes kind of look over to Tyler and, I suppose.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys because I ain't a fighter myself, so I heavily rely on some good soldiers around me to, keep this old man safe.
Sure, sir,
Y-
yes.
You see, I own a tavern. That's what I do.
Oh,
And you guys for sure, if you guys come to my tavern, the drinks are on me. But this is a special stuff I brewed myself. And he will offer everyone a cup, including the bad guy, the sick guy, and pat him on the back.
okay.
Hey, you doing okay, buddy?
He's like, yeah, he's doing fine. He drinks some more, and then,
Blindness.
oh,
Maybe you need to calm down a little bit. You're
oh
not
God,
looking to
oh
Hey,
God,
are you okay? Hey, what's wrong, man?
I can't see. Are you just blinding him, or are you deafening him?
You can only
just
do one.
I
or
can
the
only
other.
do one.
let's
Yeah,
do
and
let's
I'll do blind.
blindness. I think that's more
What did you do?
impactful.
What did you do?
No,
Oh,
what do you mean?
I
What
can't-
did I do?
Gundra stands up
kinda-
from wherever he is, hearing a racket.
I can't see. Oh God, I can't
You've
see.
been looking sick all day, looking around to the other guys for like
Oh God, I
approval.
can't.
Or
They're all like,
hey,
what's going on?
is this guy okay?
Is he all right? I can't see.
Oh, does he have that thing that everyone else has with the eye
No,
stuff?
no, I've been fine. I
Sit him
can't.
down. Gundra's pulling
Okay,
out a
we
medical
need
bag.
to send this guy to the medical tent.
Olaf will take him and rush him over to Gundra.
Your eyes have not been hurting.
Gundra,
You need
it
to tell me the
probably
truth.
fades.
Have you experienced any eye pain in the past day?
No,
few-
Oh,
no,
I want.
I've been
Can I
fine.
can I
I've been
rewind
fine.
and have Gundra know what's going on?
Gundra was not part of your conversation here.
Okay.
Gundra also wouldn't have approved if you told him.
Oh, Gundra. Frankie's gonna follow the guy to Gundra
Okay,
and just be like,
How long does it take this blind man to get to Gundra?
Oh, only
we're in
a
the same
few
camp.
moments. You're in
yeah.
the same camp. It didn't take long
Okay.
at all.
Medicine check, see if there's anything visual going on. Only a 12.
oh, Frankie's gonna look
The
at
12
Gundra.
will still tell you he doesn't have any notable signs of anything that would bring on blindness.
Frankie
He
will look
seems
at Gundra,
intoxicated, but
make eye contact, and give him a little wink.
Gundra shakes his head. Have you recently experienced any changes in diet or...
no, I've been fine.
You sound drunk.
I can't see.
How much have you been drinking?
Olaf kind of steps in. He's been hitting it pretty hard.
There are certain people who have bad reactions whenever a great amount of alcohol enters their body.
Not like this. Not like this. I can't see.
There's been a couple times too at my tavern where some people get so drunk there's a thing called you're blind drunk. You drink so much it makes you go blind.
That's bullshit. I can't.
Hey,
This
I
might
know
be
what I'm talking about.
This might be a rare reaction to what's going on.
And just like that, his vision comes back. Because, huh?
It is probably temporary.
I can see.
Well,
I can see.
is your vision blurred at all? Is it fine?
No, it's fine. Just like it came back. Like
Well, you're
magic.
very lucky it was only temporary. Why have you been drinking so much?
I don't know what you mean.
It's
Are his crewmates with him?
Olaf
Or-
is.
Is he a superior?
Kind of. He's the one who at least took him over to Gundra.
Frankie's gonna kind of like elbow him, like standing next to him, and just be like, "Hey, you might want to let you guys keep him off this drink.
Oh,
I don't think it's gonna help any of us down here."
we've been trying, but he keeps having it.
So he's the sneaky type, eh?
Not really.
whatever
But
it is
he's
your
just-
reason for drinking so excessively, you can stop.
I don't know what you mean. I've been fine.
If you are afraid of what you might find down here, let me tell you it is no more dangerous than your surface. I grew up learning thousands of stories about the blinding sun of your sky and the terror that is the idea that anything can fly into the air, that dragons openly wander the skies and kill whoever they see fit.
I don't.
Is that
Look,
the
I don't
reality
need
of the
to hear any of
surface?
this.
Is that the reality of the surface? Tell me yes
I'm
or
not-
no.
I'm not here to just listen. He starts turning
Your
his stuff
idea of what
away.
this place is false, built upon your misunderstanding of what it is like. We have demons
No.
to look out for. You are covered in darkness, but we have torchlight. Remember that.
He's
have-
just kind of walking, stumbling off.
No, you stay here. If you cannot correct this behavior, if you cannot cope with the things that you are dealing with down here, which I will remind you, have exclusively been taking a small hike through a place that is slightly darker than you are used to, you will be returned home. Do you understand?
Sure. Yeah.
You are no good to us like this, and you will just die down here. You will create your worst fears for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If everything is understood, you may return to whatever it is that you're doing. If we have a problem, I intend to enact the threats I have given.
Yeah.
I'll turn to Olaf and say, "If this guy gets in that drink again, you tell us," pointing to me and Gundra.
He just kind of nods. Yeah. In total agreement.
We'll find a better solution to this problem.
And yeah, you send him back off.
Frankie, I need to discuss some things with you real quick.
No, you don't.
Oh,
Frankie's
yes, we
gonna
do.
Frankie's gonna walk away.
Oh, okay. Let's just have this talk in public then. Why did you blind one of our members?
I don't know what you're
A few
talking
heads
about.
kind of turn.
Do you really think that that is an appropriate way to get somebody who is drinking excessively off of a drink?
Rogi, are you? Did you follow along? by any
Oh
chance?
no,
Okay.
no. I'm within earshot, but
Sure.
no.
Okay.
Do you
Well,
think the best thing for these creatures that I assumed that you would sympathize with, fearful of the dark, because they are so used to their pathetic little son, that you would add on more fear? Do you think that
Listen,
would
man.
cause a positive reaction somehow?
Hey, listen. I don't even know how to poison anybody or blind them. I don't even have that capability, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a tavern owner who found himself on this journey, man. I know a little bit of magic to help people. I don't have anything to hurt people. Making sure everyone hears.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a deception check for that. Go ahead and roll that for me, Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gundrick, go ahead and counter that.
I don't think I'm going to get anywhere.
No, I'll just roll it just in case.
What am I getting?
Insight.
I don't think it really matters whether or not I believe
Yeah,
him.
Gundra knows I can do that. I think I'm trying to deceive everyone who's listening to this argument.
Yeah.
That
Just
Gundra
for
decided
the
to start
sake
in
of it, I
public.
want Gundrick to roll. I'll be rolling as like kind of a group thing. Okay. Okay. Sure.
Listen,
played off
I don't
very
know
cool.
why I don't know why you're accusing me, but this guy's been drinking for I don't know how many days. I don't think he's had a sober day down here. And I only tried to help him.
Rogi, you hear all this. Just to point out.
Yep.
Well, consider how you're helping a person before you do it. Honestly, it's not hard to think through plans.
I just offered some drink to his team just to bring the morale up, and then this guy went crazy and started going blind.
Well, maybe then I should be chewing you out. Next time you see a drunk man, don't offer him more drink. That's simple. I know you have a tavern and you're just a little humble tavern owner, but you're not going to get any more money out of him. He is not that sort of person to you.
All right, well, maybe I perceived it wrong. Maybe I thought he was just nervous. He didn't look drunk to me.
Did you? Maybe you did, or did you think that? Because honestly, you're just creating fantasy scenarios. In any case, everybody's looking at me like I'm the insane one, so that's fine.
Listen,
I'm
it ain't
going
no fantasy of mine to be down here.
Gunter's just gonna roll his eyes. He's not getting anywhere with this. He doesn't want to continue it.
Keyleth,
Fine by me.
You've also been listening to the heads up.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine you're probably like 10 feet behind Gundra.
I mean, he's looking for any violence, but he doesn't think there is going to be any.
Mm. Okay. So with that, you two kind of separate.
I mean, Frankie's been trying to walk away this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With that, you guys kind of separate. Go to whatever respective areas of the camp you wish to be in. Anything else happening? Rogi?
Whenever Rogi gets a free moment, he'll sneak over to Gundra's tent.
Okay.
Oh, fuck you, Gavin.
You don't know what I'm gonna say.
Oh, I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Oh, well, this is the character. Let's not say fuck you, Gavin. Say fuck you, Rogi.
I'll insight the shit out of this. Look at that.
Those are numbers.
26. 26 is a great number.
Good. You have a great number.
Rapid
I just
fire
insight checked Gavin.
Oh,
Oh god.
Frankie has broken through the ethereal wall.
I just created a fifth wall, motherfucker.
Alright. Rogi sneaks over to Gudra.
Yep.
You're still invisible.
No, I'm not.
He cast
Oh,
a
you
spell.
took it down. Oh, did
Yeah, I cast a spell.
Oh, okay. Okay, yes.
Yeah, that's why I tried to hide before I did it.
Right.
But I'll just walk into Gundra's tent and make sure that there's none of the no one really around to be able to hear us. And then I'll say, so, I did want to let you know that I was the one that blinded the person. Frankie came to me, said he noticed that there was some bad drinking things
he
going
was
on.
okay. I was over
And I
here.
was like, this might work. It is something I have used on many, many animals in the Underdark to get them to get away from resources that I wanted to have. It's been very effective. Did not think about the fear thing. So, my bad.
I was worried
hopefully
for
it will
the
work.
briefest of seconds. I was worried that I had imagined Frankie giving me a big exaggerated wink to let him know this was part of my plan, only to yell at him for legitimately not knowing anything about that. But now I understand that it doesn't matter if he does something pig-headed, he'll get away with it. Everybody will believe him as soon as he says, I'm just your average businessman. And worst of all, he will so easily trick people like you into doing dumb, stupid things. I will
It
say
was a
the
good
same.
idea personally. I did not feel tricked into it, but
I will say the same thing I said to him. Whenever you have a plan, it's so very easy to just think about it and understand it's bad.
see, I did
cannot.
not unfortunately come to that conclusion. But what I wanted to say was we are all down here. There need not be deception between us, so I wanted to make sure you knew the truth.
I am a drow. I know I have overly admitted some things to you. But I am at least used to people being duplicitous. This? It's worthless to me. I know you think it has value, and I suppose thank you for trying to do something that was worthwhile to me, but it isn't.
Okay.
He's just like, I keep doing some things you can't see, but he's just like has his hands up. You can see him like trying to, like doing those gripping motions people do when they're just so goddamn frustrated at his situation. Like, Gundra's mad. He's so mad that he is leaning more into treat people like a drow would treat people sort of mode, which is belittle everything you say and
Can I roll an insight check to see
you like
how well Rogi picks up on you being frustrated and
I
regressing?
I don't think you need to. He is not
Okay, cool.
hiding
Usually,
it.
yeah, usually when Gudra speaks out like that, it usually means it's very open.
Yeah.
And you have a good enough insight. I'm sure you could just pick up
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you be. Sorry again. Next time stuff like this happens, we will make sure to run it by you. Because you can help with the thinking process. Alright, good night.
Nonverbal cues there. He was just shaking his head no the entire way, like halfway through that, just like not disagreeing, just kind of being like, I can't believe this. Like, that sounds wonderful. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.
Rogi backs away.
Rogi could turn invisible again. He would.
You popped it too early.
Damn.
All right.
Noticeably, the hallucinatory terrain this night is a lot more stone and crags. It is claustrophobic to a degree, which isn't helping anybody. He just kind of is like, fuck it, throws up walls.
Rogi will not turn invisible and leave, but he will wild shape into a spider and just crawl out.
Ooh.
Fucking eyes widen as soon as he does that.
That's... Ooh.
Why?
Keith looks over and just flinches for a second, eyes wide. I'm assuming Keith did not see Rogi transform.
Oh, I think you did.
Oh, I thought he was talking to Gundra privately.
It didn't seem... I imagine you're always kind of close by to Gundra when you guys are camped.
He put me in a bag. I live there.
I mean, it's
Actually,
possible, I assume.
Rogi would not be so insensitive.
I would.
Are you
As
sure?
he could do
Are
a
you
spider.
sure?
Here's the thing. I can completely
No,
believe
his intelligence is low, so yeah.
I can completely believe he doesn't understand. There is so much extra meaning to that. I think Gundra understands that he doesn't understand, and he's letting it go, but he's reacting.
I will say, Keyleth, roll a perception check for me. Yeah, Keyleth, go ahead and roll that perception check.
I'm doing it.
And I guess, yeah, you do not see... You just see kind of the vague image of Rogi disappear.
I'm imagining it's like a toy dog-sized spider. I don't know how big you thought it was.
I mean, it's any size Rogi really wants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little spider, big spider.
daddy long legs size spider.
Okay. Yeah, that's something you can clearly see skittering through, but isn't really out of the normal.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, Gundra, you definitely see that. And
He does it in front of me, of course I do. I'm
Yeah.
just like... Gundra is internally squeezing his, like, frustration inside of his body.
Okay.
Must command the frustration to not
Is there
explode.
anything else you want to do, Gundra?
Want to? Yes. Will? No.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to go talk to Keyleth or anyone else.
I'm going to be the first man since the day he was born to wring my hands around Frankie's neck.
Yeah, good luck reaching around.
I'm gonna squeeze so tight we're gonna find the neck.
Yeah, what neck?
I'll cut you up so bad you'll have chins.
More than I already have?
You'll have so many chins.
With that, you guys retire for the evening. You are 15 days outside of Mantle Dareth. Everyone kind of wakes up in a little bit of a dour mood. As you guys get up and start moving, the scouting party kind of gets together and heads out ahead of, or I imagine the scouting party probably gets up a little earlier than everybody else so that they can get up and start scouting.
I think Gundra, half in a way of like trying to undo the weird claustrophobic maze he made to hide them. Whenever he says, "All right, let's head out," he immediately walks through one of the walls just to be like, really like show off, hey, we're in a big open area right now. It just doesn't look like it.
And there are a few people who are kind of hesitant to walk through walls, but they all eventually start.
Some people paw at it a little bit, waggle stuff in front of them. I think once they're in, I think it's nearly transparent. It's just like not functioning properly.
Right. Like it starts to become like less of a real thing and more like a hologram. And they go through. It doesn't take more than maybe an hour or so before Olaf approaches you, Frankie. Because look, I'm sorry, Frankie, but Stylerin has somehow gotten hold of more alcohol and he's been hitting it again.
Listen, I know that's probably hard for you to tell me, being one of his superiors and not wanting to, admit the mistakes of one of your own. So I
Well,
appreciate you telling me.
in the as in the gauntlet, we treat each other as brothers.
hmm
And it's hard for me to see him like this, but in the mornings he seems wrong and crazy until he starts drinking. I don't.
Listen,
It's not normal. He's never done this before.
in my business, I've had brothers, many of them, and sisters, and I've also seen what alcohol does to them. Believe me. So,
This is different. We've been in the Underdark before. This is new.
so you're saying he's not just his normal drunk self?
No, he's never done this before. The past few days it's getting worse, but I don't, he acts crazy whenever he's a bit sober, and then he's just drunk after that. Not different, just he's drunk.
All right, I might need your help then. I have a couple ideas.
Well, okay.
I will, not in a bad way, but I'll bring him, I'll escort Olaf to Gundra if he's available.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're all walking, or you're all riding on your giant lizards. Even you, Frankie, have one.
Do we need to hold for a second?
Is this something we can talk about while we're riding?
Yes, it is.
Like, look, a conversation between the three of us?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll have myself in the middle, and I'll have Olaf and Gundra on my either side.
Oh, I know.
And I'll,
For you.
I'll say, all right, boys, listen up. I got a confession to make. I did poison our boy with the help of another. It was non-lethal, not even dangerous to him.
Well, excuse me?
Yeah, it was just a simple blindness spell. I thought I could scare him off of it.
Mm.
You insufferable half-elf shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the exact words I would use to describe him. I think we have more. I think you and I will become fast friends. Through the
I do
shared.
not want to hear this from you. And he glares at Frank. You put my brother in arms through something like that? To hope to
Well,
scare him off?
I don't even think he was in his right mind in the first place, buddy.
No, and why did you make him blind then?
Did you not hear what I said? I thought I could scare him off the drink.
What idiotic decision was that?
Well, I realize now, since he's back on it, that it probably wasn't a good decision, and now I'm trying
We
to
thought
fix it.
something was wrong with him.
Well, I still think something's wrong with him.
Oh, okay, great. Glad you think something is wrong with him now.
All right, I was about to offer my help, as well as
No,
Gundra
you
here,
will
who
help him.
is an amateur physician. I take it. But if you don't want my help, then I'll
No,
just
you will
be on
stay
my
here
way.
and help him fix what you've done.
What is wrong?
That's what I'm trying to do. Jesus.
We can berate Frankie all we want. He's a planner, not a thinker. It happens. I understand what he did is wrong.
And none
What
of
is
it
the
will
issue I
sink
can
in.
help with?
You want to go ahead and tell him your big plan, Frankie?
Well, it wasn't big and elaborate. I was just gonna say, let's make him sober, and then find out what's really in his head.
Oh.
And
I'm
hear
assuming
any of
he's
this?
currently drunk.
Yeah, I think Frankie had to move back to do that, and we're in the back. So.
Oh yeah, you're in the back. So yeah, Frankie and
He
Olaf
was
had to
gonna
go in the back
trot
of the group.
confidence over and go up to Frankie. Instead of arguing about this, just use your sword to cast that restoration on him. If there's something truly wrong with his mind, that's the only thing that'll work. Everything else is just nonsense talk. And if he's not cured after that, send him back.
What I was saying is the only way for me to know it worked is if he's sober, and I don't think he's sober right now.
Does lesser restoration,
Who
out of
cares?
character, lesser restoration, would that cure drunkenness?
I imagine so.
Making sure that it cures poison so we can make this, like, connective tissue
I-
of...
If it if it
It
can
does
cure
cure
poison,
poison.
it can. Yeah, if it can
Yeah,
cure
right.
poison, it can cure drunkenness.
All right, I got a magical sword. I like to use it, which has
Let's...
restorative abilities. Would you like me to use it or not?
We can hold off until we make camp. Uh, I'm sorry, I
I'm not
forgot.
riding near him, so I don't care.
Turns to the gauntlet member.
Olaf, yeah.
I've forgotten your name again.
It's fine. It's Olaf Rengi here.
Well, Olaf, this may take a very bad turn depending on his reaction to being suddenly made sober. Are you willing to... I don't want to say tie him down, but I'm failing to think of an alternative. Control him while we...
We'll be watching you, but yes, we are willing.
Okay. Thank you. Trust me, by the end of this, you are going to love me, because I am going to make sure your friend is not only physically well, but possibly mentally well as too.
As well.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but
You were already there. Yes, it's fine.
I don't want to sound like a damn court jester or something.
Uh-huh. I have more. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him, us the gauntlet, until camp. Like I said, he's been fine traveling through. He's just noticeably drunk.
Well, nothing to do but wait till we are all together and resting.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, several hours go by of travel. Rogi, you've seen nothing of real importance. You've been noticing a bit more leaks, a little bit more water. Probably tells you you've gotten pretty close to the dark lake in some ways.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, eventually you meet back up. You start camp. What would you all like to do?
What was the drunkard's name?
Yep, the guy with the cup.
Silver?
Yep, Stylern.
Silent. Silent, can you come here for a moment?
Yeah, on my way. Olaf kind of tails behind.
Everybody, this may become complicated. Be ready for it.
I'll
Try to
punch his lights out if necessary.
Gently.
Gently.
Which I
Beat
recognize
his-
as a
Yeah.
absurd thing to ask.
Yep. Who's all around you at the moment? Who would you say? Stylern, Olaf, Gunter Keeluth, is Frankie, or
some of
Rogi
the other
there?
gauntlets might be not exactly there, but closer than the rest of the group.
I would say
Everybody in
so.
the main group, like can be around.
Okay.
Yes, I wanted to make sure that blindness spell you had was not. Gundra winces at the fact that he used the term spell, and he feels like he gave something away, but that's just a normal thing you say.
Yeah, it is. So he does. He's also drunk. He doesn't really notice. Like, yeah.
I wanted to
Weird.
make sure that it isn't a. What's a turn of phrase for
Demonic
this?
infection.
That's not what I was going to say.
What?
I want to make sure that it isn't a portent to future eye problems of yours. This could lead to many serious
He's
things.
drunk. He doesn't care. Sit him down.
I'm not drunk.
We're going
He's
to sit
malleable.
you down.
He doesn't care. Sit
We're
him
going
down.
to sit you down. Pulls out
And I weigh less than 100 pounds.
and we're going to cast a spell on you that should clear up any minor issues going through. Frankie, could you come here with the blade?
The blade. What
It's
blade?
a magical blade that heals people.
Oh,
Mhm.
weird. I mean, I've seen it a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
You use it like a torch.
Mm-hmm. It's a great way to make people not be as uncomfortable with the dark, though it
You'll
does
get
give
to
away.
enjoy a few hours into a false sunlight.
Frankie, go ahead.
Abracadabra, I fixed this guy, bro.
Sword.
The sun sword customer is like, excuse me? You fix?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Alright.
All
Make
right,
sure no
let's see.
darkness.
It also
Let's see you
talks.
do your thing.
Just to him, though.
If you guys don't like light, you might want to look away. He'll draw the sun sword.
Gundra did not. Gundra amazingly did not think of that. Closes his eyes
Ooh.
abruptly.
Yeah, you could feel the impact of the sunlight. Everyone else is kind of shocked, but yeah, they enjoy it.
I like to imagine we've had torchlight around us.
O'Day and Roki, yeah, Gundra and Keeler, they're kind of all like, oh god.
We've had torchlight around us, but we can very specifically handle that level of light.
Yeah. This is pure. This is like this is the sunlight that will also like burn away your drow equipment
Mm-hmm.
if left around too long.
Luckily, I'm wearing only stuff I bought on the surface at the moment.
It's true. Yes. Keelan isn't necessarily with his sword and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. But that won't.
The sword is sheathed.
Yeah.
I
Get a
think that
sheath.
still doesn't matter.
I mean, he's got a Piwafui around him, so.
Do you have a Pawafui?
Not a
Piwafui.
magical one, probably, but
Not a magical one. Which.
And it's not a
would-
Pawafi.
well, Pawafi is like.
It's a. No, Piwafui is a type of sewn garment
Mhm.
No.
that the drow
Alright.
wear.
They're just
Yeah, but I
usually.
It's
think they're
usually enchanted,
Oh, okay.
but it's. Piwafui, think of like a hoodie.
Yeah.
It's a type of clothing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But yeah, the Sun Sword casts the Lesser Restoration to Silerin, and immediately he's still. Are you curing the drunkenness?
Yeah, poisoned.
Yeah. Okay. So you cure the drunkenness, and he sits there, and just blinks for a moment, and goes, "Where
Thought
am
we
I?
were
What's
curing
going on?
the
Ah!"
I thought we were curing the madness.
You can't cure Maz's lesser.
Oh.
He goes, "Oh God!"
Well,
Oh, he starts clutching his head. No. He starts looking around.
what's wrong?
frantically.
You,
Ooh, no. And he starts like searching desperately.
what do you
Hey,
need? Let us
listen
help
here.
you.
I
What?
just need just a drink. I'm
Why?
gonna be over here, and he starts walking off.
Hold up. Why do you need a drink so
He's
badly?
still walking.
I will tackle him.
Olaf.
Like
You're
Olaf needs to.
tackling him?
Yes, I would like to try to grapple him.
All right, strength check. We pull up the character.
Athletics check specifically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh. Ooh.
He got a 23.
Okay.
damn it!
You
You
grab
come at
onto
him,
him
and
and
he
he just drags
He
you a
like
little.
shoulder blocks you, just fucking throws you to the ground as you try to tackle him, and he's like almost running now. So desperately It gets to-
Entangle.
cast entangle. All right, roll
Yeah.
it. What do I have to roll anything to beat that?
Yeah.
Strength? Yeah.
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
A creature
Oh,
in the
oh
area.
no, it is.
Yeah, it's
I
a
always
strength.
thought it was dexterity initially and then strength afterwards. But
Well,
yep,
he rolled
just
a
strength.
nat 20 on dexterity, but rolled a 9 in strength.
Wonderful.
Yay! Oh, good.
So he quickly dodges the first several vines that kind of come out of it, come out at him, but then eventually he gets his arms and legs kind of trapped. He goes, "No, please, no, please."
This is a very
are
extreme
trying
reaction.
Okay,
to help
I-
you.
This is a very
Okay.
extreme reaction for some. Oh, you gotta go to bed. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's already gone.
It's a very extreme reaction.
Please. He's desperately trying to fight the vine.
Calm down.
You said you had a method of dealing with this now. Am I remembering right?
Yes, if it is what we think it is.
I can't imagine it being much else.
He is
It's a matter of
going.
trying to
I-
understand how it got to
He
you.
is rolling another strength check.
Okay.
Got a 19.
Okay.
He breaks through and he starts to run over to like
Well-
the alcohol barrel.
He needs to be willing, and we need to restrain him.
Several of the veteran guards now come up, and they all kind of hold him in place.
Okay.
He
Good.
needs to be
Good,
willing?
Good. He does not need to be willing, but I do need to touch him. Cannot do that. So this is very costly. Are we sure that we want to do this now, or do we want to try to see if he sobers up after like an hour? See if this is a
It's already been going
immediate
on
reaction, or if
for-
we can wait it out. You
It's
know?
already been going on for a day.
Okay. Well, I only have 3 of these in total I can use. So,
We'll manage.
okay. And I will take out a just luminescent, almost, sorry, iridescent mushroom. Big mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
And just pop it in his mouth and force him to eat it as I cast
A lot of the veteran
greater
guards are like kind of helping you.
restoration and try to cure him of his madness.
Okay, as a moment goes by, he stops resisting. That's I guess. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
When did you first start feeling this? Did something trigger it?
No, like a couple days ago, it just became so hard to think right. Oh
You
God,
didn't see anything. You didn't notice
no,
something.
no, nothing like that. We've been fine, been traveling in nothingness this whole time.
Did you drink any of the water falling from the ceiling?
No,
Okay.
this is my first time down here. I don't know.
Please think hard. Anything that could explain
am.
why you were feeling that.
I cast
There's-
guidance on him.
All right, cast guidance, and he really starts to take a moment, breathe, and really think. There's nothing. It just happened. Yeah.
All right.
It just became hard to be sane, to think straight. And then when I drank that night, that was it. It just became fine again.
Have you had trouble with alcohol before?
No, never. I wouldn't have joined the Order of Gauntlet if something as alcohol could best me.
You'd be surprised how harshly it can affect some people.
Not me. It's never been a problem.
Well, thank you. If you remember something later, please inform us, but I think we have everything we need to
Yeah.
avoid this in the
thank you.
future. Yes.
Also, since this happened to you, we will need your help in making sure it does not happen to anyone else.
Yeah, I'll keep
So
my.
since you now know exactly what this is and feels like, you may be best at identifying the signs more than anyone.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it. Trust me, I won't be drinking anymore.
Okay.
Gundra just kind of turns to probably gawking people, just because that was a bit of a scene.
Mm-hmm.
Be on the lookout for strange behaviors from your friends. If you do not know somebody well enough and they seem alone, become friends with them and understand them. It's the best way we can more easily see irregularities and can cure them. Gundra vaguely gestures at his party and kind of goes around a corner.
Okay.
Anybody can follow him. He's just kind of sitting there. You can see he's in thought.
All right. What do the rest of you like to do?
I'm staying out of this shit.
Mhm.
All right. Rogi, anything you want to do? Nothing?
Well, Rogi will go over to Gundra
Okay.
and briefly wiping the smallest tear from his eye. Gundra, that was a very nice speech.
You're
I never thought that I would hear you telling people to become friends with each other.
you
That was very wonderful.
for somebody who seems to understand me so deeply. You mistaken things so easily.
I see hope in many things. Very easily, yes. I do
Behavior
not think
needs
I
to be
misinterpreted.
monitored because unless he has forgotten, nothing caused that. Do you understand?
Indeed. Yeah, that is what I wanted to talk to you about as well. Where
There
do you think
is
it came from?
just kind of like rolling his hands. From what little I understand of demons and demonkind, if many of them exist in a place for too long, that place changes.
Mm-hmm.
Menzoberranzan has the wonderful benefit of having Lot's protection, but even then, it is not completely free of a slight twisting. Ours is lucky enough to be from the goddess, but with these things running about, with these things just existing down here, that twisting, it's letting things like that just happen. It's becoming a part of a natural way things exist. We need to be careful. We need to look out for this. If you
Indeed.
feel anything like you did before, or you see the sort of behaviors I had before, do not hesitate to do something if you think it is necessary.
Indeed.
We need people to be friends with each other, because if somebody is a loner in this group and they change, nobody will notice. And if that exists for too long, my worst fear is that it could become catching. Don't tell anybody aside from our main group any of this. The last thing we need is a natural panic on top of an unnatural madness.
Indeed. In the morning, I think I may try to connect with the land and see if there is anything we need to watch out for. The land may be able to tell me a little bit of how to avoid this.
Gundar nods. For tonight, and this is not a thing he's going to do probably ever again. They can't feel it, but the floor has grass. And it looks like it's soil beneath that.
Okay.
And there are a few spatterings of trees in this little false alcove he has made for them.
Okay. Good to know. There are a few, Frankie, you hear a few conversations here and there about the mess that happened. But as the grass and the trees kind of look to naturally sprout and grow, they all know it by this point. It's Gundra working his magic, but they'll kind of talk like, wow, it's insane that he can do that. And, yeah, nice.
Rogi smiles at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're hearing a lot of praise for kind of Gundra, and also a little bit of thought, like maybe this is Gundra isn't doing this on purpose. Maybe Gundra is emotions affecting things more than anything.
That there's a hint of truth behind that, but
Mm. But that's kind of the thing you keep hearing. We are free to keep going if you just want to get through a lot of travel for the next session, or we can stop here.
we hit the halfway point. I think we're good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll end it here. You guys have 14 days to mantle Dareth.
All right.
Now you've finally started to see some of the threat that this Underdark now has. Well, in tonight's session.
Yeah.
Yeah.